everybody, welcome back to That Geek Show, the place where you hang out with all your favorite geeks and nerds, including me, Matt, Jeff, Gio, Katie. We're just here talking about some DC Fandome goodness. A huge event that rivaled Comic-Con this year happened over the weekend of the 22nd to the 23rd. And yeah, lots of breaking news, more than I actually thought was going to happen. I thought there'd be maybe a few trailers and some panels, but we got a whole slate of things to talk about today. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Let me welcome in my good friends, Mr. Matt Grumman, who's right up here above me. Hello, Matt.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. We have Katie over there. Hello, Katie.
Hey.
Mr. Jeff joining us for the first time in a long time. Welcome back, sir.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. And Gio, how are you, my friend?
Good.
Excellent.
What is up?
Excellent. You guys ready to talk a lot of DC goodness today?
Let's do it.
All right. Let's just go in chronological order from the panel, which means we're starting with Wonder Woman 1984, movie that was supposed to come out this year, but obviously we're in a different time, different space, different reality, so that's not happening. Coming out next year, but we got a full-length official trailer, and we got our first look at Kristen Wiig's Cheetah in her full cheetah-ness. So,
Yeah.
You know, look like you're
what did you
impressed,
guys
Katie.
think of Wonder Woman 1984 and Cheetah?
And the CGI was, it's good, but I don't know how I feel about how she looks. I guess she was pretty
Is
true
it better
to the
than
comics.
Cats?
Yeah, it's better than Cats. The only movie we
That's the
could have got,
benchmark.
I
but
think that's
will the
the real
butthole be
question
animated?
right there.
Will we have a butthole?
Yeah.
You guys didn't see the whole thing trending? They wanted
No.
to release the butthole cats? No?
No.
They had to digitally CGI them
No.
out because...
Oh, I did
Yeah,
see that for the
definitely.
Cats movie. Yeah.
Definitely remember that. I know what you're talking about, Katie.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Alright.
It was the whole movement behind like the Snyder Cut and the Erik Cut, and then there was the cat butthole
Really?
cut.
Thank you. Okay.
He was releasing
Yeah.
the whole cut too much.
Yeah, it was
My only
interesting.
question.
You're bringing the hard-hitting questions, Katie.
Yeah.
It's appreciated.
Right out the bat, I don't pull any punches, you guys.
Exactly.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Alright, who else wants to talk now?
I got a lot of questions. I personally didn't like that they, I think we talked about this a little bit in the chat beforehand when that was happening. I don't know. I personally didn't like that they revealed Cheetah. I think that should have been a cinematic reveal.
Yeah, at least like her full transformation, like that little part where they're fighting, I don't know, it's like a museum or something. I think that would have been fine for the trailer.
Yeah.
But like her whole reveal, I think that would have been better, like, when it actually released.
Yeah,
Well,
like it's playing right now for the video. Like, yeah, the part you're talking about in this little museum here, where she's kind of like not quite the cheetah yet, but she's got like the cheetah powers in her. That was cool. That would have been enough to be like, oh, now we know what we're getting, and then save the full reveal, like you were saying, for the actual movie.
Yeah.
I
but
think
then-
I personally even would have been fine if she stayed like that, like for the whole movie, and like later on, maybe like towards the end, they show her like fully transforming, like getting her ready for the next film.
Oh, okay.
Well, we don't know that they won't do that. I mean,
Right.
they could still do it at the very end. I mean, it did look kind of like a final battle, sort of, which is... But
It did kind of look like that, yeah. Which again, these movies, man, that give away the ending of the movie in the trailer just kills me.
They really do.
I don't get it.
Yeah, well,
And I know it's
Wonder-
not Warner. I mean, I know it's not the director's decisions. We've talked in length about this, how this is like a studio decision in the marketing team division of it.
Mhm.
So that kind of
Right,
sucks.
but I mean, in Wonder Woman's defense, I mean, how did you feel about the villain in the first one, where they actually didn't reveal the final like form of that villain until the very end? And then, I mean, I personally, wasn't
So
the
is
biggest
it?
fan of that.
Oh,
so
Ares?
it's not really a matter of so much revealing
Yeah.
how the villain is at the end, so much as executing it well. So all they're doing is letting us know they're not executing it well before we go to the theater. Is that
Yeah.
what you're saying?
No, well, it was more like Eric. The way I'm
at
reading,
least you know
Eric's
you're getting.
thoughts,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, I wish I would have seen that reveal at the end of it, and then built my initial thoughts of that specific reveal, like, and how it looks while I'm watching the movie.
Right.
But then we had that sort of effect in
I see
the
what you're
first
saying.
Wonder Woman film.
Yeah.
where you have this big Ares as the villain, and he looks completely different. And honestly, I wasn't the biggest fan of that kind of like look.
So do you think what they're doing here again is going to gauge the fan reactions and see if they want to go with that in the actual movie since they have another year to change it, or what?
I mean, it feels like a direction that a lot of studios are going in.
It kind of is, yeah. Yeah.
I guess the problem with that is that the social media is just such a huge tool now that they could just sort of put stuff out there and have their own free, like, test. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, if it's a tool to marketing, then might as well use it, I suppose. But that will kind of get in the way with creative.
I was gonna say,
freedom,
but then as Erik was saying, it's still a little too powerful, and not everything that the masses want is what's good.
Yeah, but also, look at the Sonic movie.
And again, we had a whole conversation on this on the last podcast, so you guys can go back and revisit that if you want to hear our full thoughts on that. But I mean, as far as Wonder Woman 1984 is concerned, everything is cool about the trailer, besides that little reveal at the end. I love her golden armor, her goddess armor.
Her goddess armor looks
it's
really
insane.
Cool.
Like, I love
the
it.
Wings.
Yeah. Her moveset, like, she's, I think it's going to be great. I'm very interested to see, and I think this is one of the things that they are kind of holding close to the vest, is where the fuck did Steve Trevor come from, and how is he there?
Right?
Like,
that's the only thing they're really kind of holding now.
I was discussing this with my girlfriend Michelle, and I'm thinking, and I've gone through the trailer several times now to watch, and every time she's interacting with him, it's only him. Nobody else is interacting with him. So I'm wondering if it's in her head. Yeah. I'm wondering if this is just a trick being played by Maxwell Lord, who's
or was it
powers.
I thought I remember some line, something about something granting the person
it was Maxwell Lord. He's saying like,
right?
I can give you your wildest desires. Yeah.
So I was actually discussing this as well with a different Michelle, and we were like, we think Pedro Pascal sort of invents something that does kind of grant you specific wishes, and Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman's character probably wishes for him back unknowingly,
right?
And then he kind of shows up, and then everyone kind of has their own wishes, and that might be the drive that moves the narrative forward. That everyone's kind of having these wishes that are being fulfilled.
So you're
Pedro
going
Pascal.
with an actual. You're thinking his powers or his machine, whatever it is he's building, it actually grants physical. Actually, does make things happen.
Yes.
Okay.
Whatever he invents.
That would be a huge.
Would make sense, I guess, if you think of Cheetah. I mean, I think because
right.
Initially, when we're looking at Kristen Wiig's character from the first trailer, she's kind of goofy, kind of clumsy, not really like. She's kind of looks up to Diana as kind of like what she wishes she could be, and then I guess my thought was thinking she can get this technology or machine or whatever, make her wish, and she becomes Cheetah as a result. I mean, my thought.
She gets super jealous.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Well, that would be a huge change from like I was saying from the comics, which Maxwell Lord's power is to manipulate people's minds and make them think that they're seeing things and doing things that they aren't, just so he can have an advantage over them. That's what my initial thought was. Like, he's just making all this stuff up for her in her head. Like, she's seeing him, but no one else is seeing him. Like, that kind of a thing.
Yeah. They could go that way, too.
Yeah, but then... They could go that way, but then if, like... Yeah, exactly. Wouldn't make up for Cheetah, yeah. So I think maybe he does actually invent something that grants everyone their deepest desires or some sort of wish that they can have in reality.
Yeah. Either way, I mean, it's got us talking. So I mean, it wasn't a flop reveal for sure. Everybody was buzzing on it. It's good that they led with it too. I think that was the strong part of it. Is that like, here we're gonna lead with our big gun. Well, kind of our big gun. They led with a big one. They ended with a big one. They bookended it. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
All right. Let's move on here. Let's get to the other ones. So right after Wonder Woman, we had a little. I don't know what they call it. They broke from cinema and they went to video games. So this first one, the first video game they announced is from Warner Brothers Montreal, which used to be Rocksteady Montreal. The studio that gave us the Batman Arkham Origins game, which I wasn't a huge fan of. that's okay.
And it wasn't horrible.
No.
But it wasn't as good as the other Arkham games.
Right. So now it was revealed that they are making a game called Gotham Knights, which you can play as the Red Hood, Red Robin, Batgirl, or Nightwing. So, you guys have probably already seen the official gameplay trailer. What are your thoughts? What do you think? You gonna get this game? Let's hear it.
I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to kind of wait and get more gameplay or something like that off of it and see. But it kind of makes me think of the multiplayer aspect that they had for Arkham Origins, where it was the Batman and Robin versus the thugs. So I kind of wonder if they're kind of tapping into that kind of gameplay style.
You mean like the choices of who you choose who you play as, or?
Well, no, just kind of. I mean, because in the multiplayer that they had is you had, it was you were Batman or Robin, and then of course another teammate was Robin or Batman, and then you just faced off against, I think, 4 or 5 different thugs, and it was basically like how it was like asymmetrical in the way that the Splinter Cell one was as well, where it's Batman and Robin were just kind of up in the vents and just up in the shadows, and then the thugs are just kind of running around with their assault rifles, and they have to try and kill Batman and Robin, and yeah. So, I don't know. It's just kind of asymmetrical multiplayer, I think, is kind of what they're maybe trying to go for. Just if it's from the same studio that did Origins, so maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, they did say in the panel that you'll be able to play as it's just a 2-player co-op, not all 4 at the same time. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely have to see more gameplay or more to see if I'm going to get it at release or wait until some more reviews come out and see, because where that is, if I'm going to get the game or not.
I mean, what they showed in the, they did make sure to say it's pre-alpha footage, not even alpha or beta footage yet. So, and for pre-alpha, it looked, for that one level, it looked pretty stunning, to be honest. Like all of the environmental things going on with the freeze level that they showed. I was kind of digging it.
I like the direction they're taking it. Yeah, I like the direction they're taking it, where they're like, okay, well, we're eliminating Batman, and what would happen to a city once, they lose their Gotham Knight, and who's gonna step up? Who's gonna watch over the city?
Yeah, the Bat family.
And you have these, and you have these 4 characters kind of that you have to, choose and kind of see where it goes. I'm really liking that direction. I'm hoping the story's pretty good, and then they're introducing the Court of Owls. So
that was my question. I know there was a little stinger at the end with the Court of Owls. Do you really think Batman's dead? Because I don't think he is.
No, definitely not.
No.
I think
he's faking his death.
Fake his death to go after the Court of Owls, right? Right.
Yeah.
I think that was my reaction when I first saw the video. I'm like, Batman's not fucking dead. You're not gonna.
No. He'll pop up as a playable character at the very end of the game, and you can be Batman again.
Or it'll set it up for the next win, which will be, will probably be, if this does well, the Court of Owls game that they'll probably institute next.
Yeah, we'll see.
What you guys think of the character designs? You like the changes they made for a couple of them?
I mean, it seemed fairly close to what I remember, or at least the Arkham Knight character models were.
Well, they definitely changed Red Hood from Arkham Knight. This isn't the same. This isn't the same Jason Todd anymore.
Yeah, it's been a while since I played Arkham Knight, but yeah.
It looks like Batgirl's getting the most closest skill set to what Batman would have in the Arkham games. And everybody else, it'll be interesting to play as everybody else. I like playing as in those Arkham games, like doing the Catwoman side missions and stuff like that. So it seems like this will be a whole new version of that, where you get a more expanded skill set and all these people to explore. And they're saying it's a leveling system too in this one. So the footage they showed, he said it was 15 hours into playing as Batgirl. I'm just like, wow, already? That's crazy.
Damn.
So it seems like it's going to be another big, expansive game. I don't know.
Wow.
I like the idea of co-op. I think it's online co-op because, there's couch co-op doesn't really exist anymore.
Which is sad.
Yeah, which is sad.
Press
yeah. Well, also, I mean, kind of thinking about it the other way, it's like the way the scope of these games are made. It's really difficult to like all the like interface that they kind of create around the screen to make that split screen and lose a lot of that. It makes it difficult to kind of do that, via couch co-op. So I mean, I get it, but it just sucks.
Just have a LAN party, man.
Those were the days.
Oh man,
I still have some friends that actually do that.
Yeah.
Really?
I do, yeah.
That's really cool.
Wow. That's what Howie's Game Shack was popularized for. Just basically having you and your friends go and rent some time and have a big LAN party. Oh, R.I.P. Howie's Game Shack. Alright, so that was the first of the video games to come out. We'll get to the other one later. We're returning now to the movie realm, and we had a Flash movie, Flashpoint panel. No footage, obviously. The only thing they did show, though, and really cool, is some concept art for what the Flash's new suit is going to look like, which is very more sleek, very more of the TV show, Grant Gustin version of the Flash. And then they also showed Batman, him and not Tim Burton, I'm sorry, Michael Keaton's Batman in some concept art.
Nice. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to that. See Michael
what
Keaton
looked
back.
like Michael Keaton.
That's definitely Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
I'm zooming in on it right now.
So Michael Keaton's back, Batfleck's back. So, yeah.
And more cameos, they said, will make their way in as the director, who's also the director of the It movies. He said this is going to basically crack open the multiverse for the first time, and yeah, we're going to get to see every aspect of DC, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how they do it. Seems like a tough nut to crack.
See if they bring back Jeffrey Dean Morgan or Thomas Wayne Batman.
That's that's highly rumored, since that's one of the biggest parts of Flashpoint was the alternate version of Batman, which was Thomas
so
Wayne.
Would it be like their way of like rewriting the whole like current DC timeline, at least movie-wise?
I think so. Yeah. I think they're using.
Yeah, they're still talking about Robert Pattinson being the future of the Batman franchise, so I don't really see them, even though they're releasing the Snyder Cut and doing the Flash movie. Even if those do really well, I don't see them really kind of splitting off their timelines too much to keep from confusing people.
I think during the panel, if I remember right, I watched it. They I don't remember which one it was. It was either Ezra or it was Muschietti. Muschietti, is that how you say it, Gio?
I've heard people say
Muschietti.
Sure.
It was one of them that alluded to this would be a. They didn't say send off, but they said this is the ending of Ben Affleck's Batman that he deserves. So they kind of they kind of signaled that.
Okay, I mean at least he's getting a better sort of send off.
Yeah.
So.
Than just being nothing. There was no send off in Justice League. It was just the end of it. It was like bye.
Just Batman cracking jokes and that did not fit well. Batman being Joss Whedonized. Couldn't work.
You guys have any other thoughts on it? I'm really digging the suit look. It's much better than the slap together pieces of metal.
From the fan art, it seems like they're switching back to like the yellow lightning instead of the blue from Justice League.
Yeah, it does look like that from the concept art. Yeah, it's the gold lightning. So I'll be very interested in this movie. I've always been interested in this movie, but as soon as that director signed on too, I was like, huh. All right, well, this guy's obviously a capable filmmaker, so I'm very looking forward to it a lot. And Flashpoint is one of my favorite comic arcs of all time, so I feel like they'll do it justice.
It'll be nice to see like their like what the take they have on like the different versions of the superheroes, at least the ones that they've established already. So they go the whole Flashpoint route with like different backgrounds and everything that they have.
Yeah, I can't wait to see like who all of the cameos are going to bring in from different universes. Like Gio was saying, are we gonna get a Joel Schumacher Batman universe cameo?
No.
God, I hope so. Bring back the bat nipple.
Just Give
and
George
the credit
Clooney.
Cards.
Give George Clooney another
gosh.
chance, but the rest of it can go.
I think
Dude.
Rest in peace, Joel Schumacher, but no.
I think one of the coolest things to come out of it is they did confirm that for those who watched the Flash TV show and during Crisis event last year, the two Flashes met. Ezra Miller's Flash
That was so cool.
and Grant Gustin's Flash met in a scene, and in that scene they were talking, and he's like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "The Flash." He's like, "Oh, the Flash, huh?" So they did confirm in this panel that will make it into the movie. They will reference the fact that he met him, and that's where he got his name from.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's all connected. So maybe we'll even get a Grant Gustin cameo. That'd be cool too. A little nod to him. All right, moving on from the Flash. Ooh, my computer just freaked out. Sorry. Suicide Squad. The new Suicide Squad, directed by James Gunn. We didn't get a trailer, but we got some behind-the-scenes footage and all the character and cast reveals.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of this? This was mayhem.
I'm excited for this one. I mean, I enjoyed the first one, so I'm excited for this one too. At least,
Wait, what?
Yeah. Wait a minute. Don't gloss over that.
What happened?
No gloss over. You said you liked the first one?
Thing stop.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, it definitely wasn't like the best, but I thought it was fun.
Jeff is one of the 28% people on Rotten Tomatoes that like that movie. That's all right. I think this one's gonna be like nuts, like literally batshit. Like you got Polka Dot Man in this.
Yeah, it looks like. I mean, like from reports and like things that I've been reading, it seems like a lot of the people they showed are just gonna like die like right off the bat.
Probably, yeah.
So it does look more goofy, you can say, just like what you said was like Polka Dot Man. Like there's the Weasel also.
Weasel.
So, but I'm excited for it too.
Yeah, Weasel.
Arms fall off, boy.
I think James Gunn does a really good job of tapping into this world with underrated characters and just bringing them to light and sort of kind of like making you love them even more. So I don't know, I feel like some of these characters are going to stick around for a while. There's a huge cast announcement for this specific movie.
Peter Capaldi?
Yeah.
As the Thinker.
Even beyond what they showed at the panel, I mean, you have Taika's in the movie, and you still don't know who he is. Character is. So there could be other characters that were announced in the movie that are those characters that just kind of die towards the beginning, and then they keep this central cast that you have.
I have a feeling I know who Taika is. I think he's going to be King Shark, the voice of King Shark.
No, they said who King Shark was.
No, they said who his mocap is.
Dude, I'm pretty sure freaking Taika's like, I can't remember his name, Starfish.
Starfish?
Yeah, something. I can't remember what his name. Yeah, I can't remember right now. It's not Patrick Star. How can you imagine?
Yep.
Who?
No one.
Oh. Yeah, Idris Elba. I was talking with people about like 90% of these characters. I don't know who the hell they are. Like, I love comics and stuff. Like.
Yeah, but I mean, come to look at how many people knew who the Guardians of the Galaxy were before.
I knew who it was. I just never read it. Like, this is straight up. I've never heard of these people. Like, I don't know. But you're right. He does have a knack for making us like weird obscure comic book characters. I think.
Dude, if you were.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like in the panel, he mentioned one of his like favorite villains was Batmite. Like, who the hell is that? It's like a little Batman termite. Yeah.
I didn't see that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, okay, and he thought about putting him in the movie. Like, just like this
and
little.
Then, yeah.
It was weird.
Somebody asked him who he most relates to on the Suicide Squad, and he's like, probably Ratcatcher. And I'm like, who the fuck is Ratcatcher?
And And in the movie, it's not even Ratcatcher. It's Ratcatcher 2.
2. Right. Like, huh?
Like, I hope they explain who Ratcatcher was.
It was her dad. He passed on the mantle of catching rats.
Yeah.
This literally...
Then he required the guy who took up his mantle to use like a movie sequel title for his name.
I was watching this going like, is this Mystery Men 2? Like all these fucking weird characters, Ratcatcher. It literally sounds like the guy, the shoveler. Like I just use a shovel well, so I'm a superhero. I don't know, man. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing all the cast members. It's huge cast. It's crazy. Yeah. Like John Cena, like what?
Oh, John Cena's. I think he's gonna do perfect in the role too. When he's like, what did they have? Told you the inspiration to be a douchey Captain America. I was like, perfect, because that's literally who he is on TV anyway. That's John Cena, the character.
I just thought it was funny. I'm just like, whoa, so many. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be just batshit crazy, and I feel like it's gonna be a really fun ride.
So who do we think the villain is? Because as soon as they mentioned Peter Capaldi as a thinker, I immediately went there as like he's gonna be the villain.
It could be.
What do you think? What do you guys think?
Could be Polka Dot Man.
Yeah. Maybe
Taika.
Twister just turned evil.
Could be Mongol.
I don't know,
man. Could be. Or maybe what's his name, Savage?
None of these people have that big of a power base to be a villain that big. Only the Thinker does.
Well, I don't know. I'm excited to see an official trailer. Whenever they get to that.
John Cena's wielding this fucking gun that looks like the gun from the first Batman movie that the Joker has. It's like this long. It's a pistol. It's a pistol that's this long. Watching the trailer.
Be perfect.
Oh man.
It was, yeah.
That was one of the more lighter-hearted moments of the day, I think, to come out of this thing. All right. I'm scooching over some little topics here. Static Shock's coming back to DC Comics. I didn't even know Static Shock was a thing, so that's cool, I guess. And
I hear you. That is a thing.
Is that a thing? And of course, we got the big one. Well, one of the biggest ones that come out of it. We got the Snyder Cut, guys. Let's get to it.
That's what you're talking. I thought you were talking about
the 300-pound gorilla in the room here. We got to talk about the Snyder Cut. So,
hallelujah.
Yeah.
Coming out on HBO though.
HBO 4-part miniseries, 4 hours.
Yeah.
Oh really?
I thought it was 6.
They're gonna do it like how they did the
I missed that part.
Yeah.
4-hour cut. It did look like a totally different movie though, not gonna lie. I was like, what the fuck movie is this?
Like even with the character change with what's his name, Steppenwolf, like his whole look is like completely
it's much better look. Much better. Much better.
And then that was Darkseid at the beginning, wasn't it?
That was Darkseid.
Yeah, it was like the young Darkseid. So he was like one of the things they cut out.
He was saying that this is Darkseid before he gains the Omega Force, which is his Omega beams in the comics and the animated shows. So he said that's before he gets that. So he's not like all powerful and omnipotent yet, but he's still pretty badass.
Okay. So I know the original thing was that Snyder wanted to do like a Justice League 1 and 2 to kind of like have Steppenwolf lead into Darkseid and then Darkseid be the sequel thing. I wonder if since it's going to be like 4
if he just
hours,
combined it, maybe.
I wonder. Yeah, I don't know.
There's a ton more stuff in this thing. Like there's literally 2 hours more footage than it was in the original version. So, what do you think, Gio? I got your brewing down there.
Joss Whedon cut out like 80% of it.
He did.
Yeah.
I think I said it here in a previous podcast when I first saw the Joss Whedon Justice League, where
2 years
there
ago.
was it felt like if you were to take
2.5 years ago,
like a chicken, they had a lot of meat in it, and then they just took away all the meat, and you were left with the bone. That's really what felt
a carcass.
What Joss Whedon was. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't what it was fully there. And then like seeing, the new trailer, for the Snyder Cut, I'm interested in it. I'm a little worried that it's just going to be too much, and hopefully these 1 hour increments kind of spaces it out and feels it more or less like this 4 hour epic saga that I would have hated seeing in theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'll make it more palatable for sure when they announced that. I was like, okay. And then they announced that like it's not going to be all at once either. That they're going to be in like weekly installments.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm excited. I'm interested to watch it, and I'm curious.
I'll watch it.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not overwhelming with just all of this extra stuff that's not needed.
Yeah, so they just cut it differently, right? Like they didn't like have to reshoot or anything. This is all footage that they already had. That just was like raw footage that was unedited, right?
No, they're reshooting it too. He's reshooting it right now.
I thought
they are reshooting it. I thought they already had it.
It's a hybrid.
I thought it was one of the stipulations that when Warner gave him like $30 million to finish it, they
32.
said no reshoots, whatever it was. They said no reshoots, only ADR and.
It's not in the schedules for everyone's schedules.
I was gonna say, I think it'd be impossible to get them all together again.
Yeah, so I thought it was just ADR and then finishing up the CGI and re-editing.
From the notes that I have from the interview he did, he said he's bringing back the original cast to reshoot some scenes.
Oh,
wild.
Interesting.
I guess we'll see.
Probably not all at the same time.
To do that, and it just doesn't happen.
Yeah. Or it could be too, like even if the studio's not giving him that money to do the reshoots, he could be just digging in his own pocket to get it done. So
yeah. I don't know. It's definitely got the Zack Snyder tone to it though. It's very dark.
Yeah.
He said in this movie, and I just showed it there on the video that's playing, that the Flash is going to have quantum abilities shown in this that has never been seen before. So I'm wondering if that's going to hint, maybe he's going to like travel back in time for a split second, and that's when he realizes he can do it.
Well, wasn't it the whole
like those small clips, like that, like little trailer that it showed him like in like the different like what you said, like the or
the Speed Force, basically.
Oh yeah, the Speed Force kind of, or whatever they do with that.
Yeah.
Plus, didn't he save that one girl? I don't know. If
Iris.
I think
Iris
he might have gone back in time.
Maybe they'll finally explain that scene in Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they will.
Well, that was supposed to be for Justice League 2.
What Matt said, like a second part where Lois Lane is used against him, like they kill her and like he turns evil.
That was supposed to be Justice League 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Darkseid was supposed to kill Lois, and that's what sends Superman over the edge, turning dark. Who knows? Who knows if we'll get maybe like Matt was saying, he'll just combine both movies into this now. I don't know.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
If they are doing reshoots, though, that'll be a good way to introduce Martian Manhunter more. Like they had that clip of him that was cut from.
Oh, that's right. They did have a clip of him. You're right, and
then that would also
a Green Lantern moment too.
Yeah, and that would also go more towards like the original poster that first came out. You know, when they were saying Unite the Seven.
Unite the Seven, yeah.
Oh, we'll see.
It's a very intriguing project.
I'm stoked.
What do you guys think of you kind of alluded to at the beginning when we were talking about the song choice? Do you guys know the meta meaning behind this?
I know that he used it in Watchmen.
Yeah. Right. For which scene though? That was the big thing.
That was the one where they were in the ship.
Yes, and they were boning. Yeah.
They were trying to. Poor Owlman.
Yeah. So that was the scene apparently that was like heavily criticized that Zach got shit for putting that song over, and so he literally like trolled the internet by putting it on this version right here of his trailer. I don't know. I think that's trolling to another level, and I love it.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Trolling all the people that said they didn't want to have the Snyder Cut and said it didn't exist.
That too.
Yeah.
Me. Trolled me. Alright. Snyder Cut's coming whether you want it or not, so take it or leave it.
I will take it.
Alright.
But only on a 7-day free pass.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you do that at the end of all of it then.
Exactly.
They're coming every week.
Exactly.
HBO Max has some quality content. Hashtag ad. You know?
Yeah, no, they're great.
They really
It's
do.
one of the
They
only
really
things I pay
changed
for is
everything.
that.
They changed a lot, and they have a lot more content now, or at least content that I want to see.
Yeah. Just as an aside, they're putting all of the DC Universe stuff on there, and Harley Quinn, the animated show, is my favorite show of the year. I'm just saying it right now.
It's hilarious.
It's fantastic.
I don't know if it'd be like the.
Oh,
favorite.
season 2 was amazing. I binged the whole thing because I hadn't seen it yet. So, but yeah, I loved it.
I saw season 1. And I was like,
Season 2 is even better.
Okay, maybe I'll pick it up again.
Lots of character arcs. It's very good. Even as a funny adult show, it's still got like some really good like animated fight scenes and character arcs and all that good stuff. All good stuff. All right, moving back to the Fandome. We got a mini cinematic, no live footage, but it was just all art done by Boss Logic for Black Adam, starring The Rock. Finally, 9 years later.
Yes.
2011, for trivia, for those who want to know, is when he signed up to be Black Adam.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. It's been a long time in the making.
Well, that's cool. That's exciting. But he seemed really excited in the when he posted it on his socials.
So what'd you guys think of Black Adam? The little stuff that they showed, the concept art and the animated little animation.
I mean, they made the art look really cool, and the design's really cool, and I think that it's a little bit out of what he usually does, but I think that he could probably bring it home. So we'll see.
I did see some negative stuff that people were saying. They're like, this needs to be the first one The Rock actually doesn't play himself and tries to like play a big villain.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's not what we're used to seeing him in. So
yeah, just a bit apprehensive because I feel like it would be The Rock just being The Rock again, like in most of his movies.
How dare you? That man has
he needs
a wide
to be
range.
more like Scorpion King.
No! Raise the eyebrow?
we're definitely gonna get some. He's gonna do his pectoral thing that he does for sure.
If the CGI isn't at least as good as Scorpion King, then I'm out. I'm just saying.
I guess they won't have to CGI his muscles too much.
Not at all.
The one thing that, the one thing that I'm a little worried about is it in, because it did take forever to kind of get its foot off the ground, is it in the right place at the right time?
Right.
Should this have been shot and released sooner than some of the other movies?
Yeah, it probably should have.
Like as a sort of like precursor to say like Shazam or something.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I'm cool. All those JSA announcements.
I was gonna say, let's talk about that. They introduced the Justice Society of America in this too, in the second trailer that was with it, that they showed. Did you guys see it at all?
I didn't see the second one.
Hawkman, Atom Smasher.
The announcement of the JSA.
Yeah,
I did not.
Dr. Fate.
Do you have them, Erik?
Yeah. Dr. Fate, Atom Smasher, Hawkeye, or Hawkman. I can't remember the girl's name. Let me see. I'm playing the trailer for the video showing right now. I'll get it for you guys. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry, I got you. Okay, let's see. Yada yada yada. The big thing is that he's not gonna face Shazam in this one, because Shazam itself will be getting its own sequel, which we'll talk about in a second. But I guess in the third movie they will be facing each other.
Oh.
Yeah, because I tried looking up something for Shazam 2 and I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
So was that just like an announcement on a panel?
Yeah, it was just a panel that and Sinbad's gonna be in as well.
That wasn't confirmed, was it?
I don't know, but he was in the panel.
Yeah, I saw that.
I guess I don't have the list here. Well, whatever, you guys can find it. But yeah, Justice Society of America, there's gonna be four different characters that show up. I can't remember the chick's name. Oh well. But yeah, I'm kind of it's my excitement has kind of waned over the years since it's taken so long. But I mean, should be still good.
I'm still excited. I still want to see The Rock as Black Adam.
Rock playing a villain.
Same.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm always down for any Rock movie.
Same.
All right, let's touch on that Shazam thing a little bit. So Shazam 2 is Fury of the Gods was the title of the second movie. They announced that. That's all they announced. They did this fun thing where it was literally what's his name? Who's the guy that plays him? Zachary Levi. It was just Zachary Levi vamping for 6 minutes, going like, well, I can't talk about anything, so I have to fill 6 minutes, and he's just bringing in like various members of the cast, and they're all asking him what it's gonna be, and he's like, I can't say anything, and I'm just like, oh god, dude, they're just literally doing this thing where they're just whatever. And so all they revealed was the title, basically. That's it, Fury of the Gods. And Sinbad showed up saying that he's gonna be in it, and everybody didn't confirm that, but whatever. Who knows? I didn't know that was a thing. Did you know about that?
It's Shazam.
Right? Did you? So they mentioned that. Yeah. Did you know that was a thing? Because he said like originally he showed up because he said everybody thought he was in Kazam, and then everybody thought he was in Shazam. So now that's why he officially wants to be in Shazam too. And I was like, is that a thing that happened?
The lost movie. That's the lost movie. The lost movie of Kazam. People think it exists, but it really doesn't, and it's like this Mandela effect.
Kazam does exist. What are you calling?
No, Shazam exists with Shaq, but there's another movie called Kazam that no one knows.
Wait, Shaq's movie was called Shazam?
Or is it Kazam?
I thought that was Kazam.
See, this is where it's happening.
Yeah, the Mandela effect is in full effect.
It was Kazam. Yeah. No, it's Kazam. Shaq and Kazam. It's right here. Wikipedia, damn it. I was like, no, you're not gonna do this to me. You're not gonna do this to me.
Maybe it was Shazam with what you in bed.
Looking up Shaq's
I don't know.
filmography.
No, don't do that. It's terrible.
It should be a pretty short one, so it should be a good answer to find.
All right. Stupid. All right, so we got past that. All right, you guys want to go on to the next video game announcement that was made? This was my favorite one.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for this one.
All right, so it was revealed. This is from the makers of all of the Arkham games except for Origins, the main trilogy of Arkham games, Rocksteady. Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League is the name of the video game. Yeah, talk about it, guys. Cool trailer.
That was
very cool trailer. They didn't show any footage.
Well, they showed a trailer. Yeah, they didn't show any gameplay. But
there wasn't footage.
But it's 2022. It's coming out, so it's a long ways away.
Still pretty deep in development.
Arkham Knights had footage.
2021. Yeah, because that's coming out next year.
Yeah. But like I was saying in the chat, like it seems kind of like it's got that like Sunset Overdrive sort of vibe, where it's just kind of like fast paced and kind of aerial and hey kitty. And it just,
another cat has entered the chat.
Yeah, it has. But yeah, no, it looks like it's just
we should have
fun
a cat
and
party
fast-paced and just,
he loves to be on top of the computer. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm digging it. I'm loving the character designs. I love that they brought back the original Harley Quinn to play the voice again, so that was cool. Tara Strong.
I think it's funny also, like, a little coincidence, they also have a King Shark and Captain Boomerang.
Yeah.
Just like the movie.
And Deadshot, right?
Yeah, Deadshot.
Deadshot. Captain Boomerang.
Yep. So it's pretty much confirmed now that it's obviously, we didn't even think about this, but it's Brainiac controlling the Justice League. And that's why they have to
you
kill
can pretty much gather that just from like the beginning opening shot they show, like that just giant structure of him.
The Brainiac skull ship, yeah. I like that they don't acknowledge it. Like, it's kind of funny that they're all oblivious to it. They're just like, we're just out on a mission, but they don't notice this fucking giant skull that's looming over Metropolis.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. It'll be interesting to see the playthrough style. I think in the interview, the guy said it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be, you can play it single player if you want to, and then your team will be AI, or you can play it multiplayer.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. I kind of like having like, I don't like team combos and that sort of thing, and just, I don't know, sounds fun.
It'll seem sort of at least to me, seems a little bit more like that new Avengers game that's coming out. Sort of like the same.
I think a lot of studios are going the Destiny route of just making a game that's going to last for a while and just adding DLC along the line. You might be right, because that's what Avengers is doing too. So who knows? Yeah, maybe we'll get more. Maybe we'll get more Suicide Squad characters. Maybe you'll play it as Justice League at some point after you've released them from their mind meld. Who knows? I don't know.
Need to see more gameplay.
Yeah, they're probably not going to get that till next year. But I don't know. Again, just from what we got,
everyone was excited.
Yeah, go ahead.
Everyone was excited for this Avengers game, and then I don't know. Lately, I haven't been seeing.
Yeah, because the beta is terrible. I've been watching.
Yeah, I've been seeing some YouTubers playing like the beta.
It's bad. Like, there's so many glitches.
Yeah, there's some things that just after watching them play, I'm like my excitement for it died down a little.
Yeah, but then we're still talking about like comparing this one to the Avengers game. We're talking about Rocksteady. You know, I mean, they're already a proven company,
right?
So
and Rocksteady does. They haven't had a miss yet, so
yeah.
Like I said, that Arkham Origins game was Rocksteady Montreal, which is now Warner Brothers Games Montreal.
Yeah, and even still, that wasn't really a complete miss. So
I thought the interesting thing, they didn't talk about it at all, because I don't think this would be the right place and time. But I was talking about this on a podcast I was on a couple weeks ago, the Old School Perspective podcast. If I can plug that real quick, you should go watch it. My friend Sean hosts it every week. And we were talking about the all the stuff that we talked about in the last one, like the E3 throughout the summer announcement stuff, the Sony event and all that good stuff. And we were talking about how they made Spider-Man a Sony exclusive for the PlayStation for the Avengers game, I guess. So I posed it. I think it's a very big possibility, but not a lot of people know. Rocksteady is a studio that's owned by Xbox, Microsoft. I think it would be hilarious if in like a year or two they announce that this game is an Xbox exclusive. Just to be like, all right, Sony, we've had enough of your bullshit. Like, I don't know. I think it'd be funny.
I don't know. I hope not. But
well,
then again,
I don't
by
think
that time I'll probably have the Series X anyway. So
Xbox might know, but they don't own the distribution rights to Rocksteady. So
that we know of, but they own the studio outright. Like they can say you have to make this an exclusive.
No, they don't.
They wanted to.
WB owns the studio.
WB owns WB Games Montreal, which was Rocksteady Montreal.
No, they own Arkham Suicide. Pretty sure they do.
You sure?
Yeah.
Alright, well, we can dig into this later, I guess.
We'll look that up
Discussion for another day.
Have that argument in chat.
Yeah. Alright, so let's end with the big one, guys. We're all pretty excited about this, I think. At least I was. I've watched the trailer at least 10 times already. This will be my 12th time watching it.
Wow.
Yeah, Matt Reeves' The Batman coming out next year. 25% footage, that's all that was in this trailer, and yet they made it look like an incredible cinematic trailer. So, yeah, without further ado, let's talk about it. It seems like the main antagonist is going to be the Riddler. A very grounded Riddler.
Yeah, very serial killer Riddler.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah.
Very dark.
Batman taking a dip into the movie 7. Guest starring in 7.
That's what a lot of comments I saw was like people getting 7 vibes, Fincher vibes, that kind of thing. So,
right. Yeah, I know. I am stoked for this in terms of just being curious. I suppose I'm not still sold on Robert Pattinson. I know you guys keep telling me to watch The Lighthouse, to watch Good Times. I will get to them eventually. I don't think I've seen a single movie that he's been in. I just know that he was a sparkly vampire at one point.
Right, I can't believe that's the...
I think that's like a big point for this movie's like a big topic was Robert Pattinson being casted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, like if you look at some of his other stuff, even like his upcoming stuff, like he's also gonna like come out in Tenet. Like he's a really good actor.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that's
he's
like
gonna be- yeah.
you have to get past that whole like Twilight.
You really have to.
Yeah.
Just get it out of your brain.
Yeah, like, Taylor Lautner never
He
recovered.
was
I
in
guess,
Harry
so.
Potter too.
He was in
Oh,
Harry Potter
wow.
too. He got
I
killed by
only saw-
Voldemort. He killed the
I only
spare.
saw-
Right.
I only saw the first Harry Potter, so that doesn't help me any.
Oh my gosh.
Well, then why?
And I saw it when it came out, and that was it. But no, like, I don't know, like the thing that really kind of like draws me in really is kind of just that the tone of the film and just the brutality of some of just that one little bit of
Yeah,
Batman
I
just
am
kicking the
vengeance.
crap out of that guy. If they kind of keep that brutality for the fighting, then I'm definitely in. So maybe there's something wrong with me because I like that, but I mean, yeah.
Like some John Wick brutality over here, just like going hard on these bad guys.
Yeah, you know,
I feel like, I feel like Ben Affleck had that sort of brutality in Batman versus Superman.
But not Justice
There was
League.
that one small scene, yeah.
That one small scene, I just don't think Batman got his justice in those movies, and I really think it was there, and I think Ben Affleck could have made a good Batman, and I liked it, and it just wasn't there in the writing, maybe, or it's somewhere it just wasn't. There might have been a lot of production issues and whatnot with the studios, but I feel like we would have gotten it with him, but now we're getting it with Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is the whole troubled back history of first it was Ben Affleck that was writing and directing, and then it went over to Matt Reeves. So I definitely kind of I'm bummed that we're missing out on Ben Affleck as the Batman for this one. If we're able to get this sort of tone with it too. But.
Well, I think it's different too. I mean, we could talk about what they said during the panel. This is year 2 Batman, so I don't think Ben Affleck would have fit in that at all. Ben Affleck's like year 30 Batman.
Yeah, maybe year 10 maybe. But yeah,
sure.
What he said was like year 2. There's supposed to be like year 2 Batman. There's from what I've read, there's supposed to be like year 1 following Gordon.
Yeah, I don't know about maybe. Yeah, I think Gordon's in it, but it's gonna centrally.
Well, Jeffrey Wright. So yeah.
Well, he's in it, but they said the narrative perspective is going to be one of the cops who plays both sides of the field, who hasn't been named as a character yet. He's going to be the central person. You're going to get to see him navigate both sides of the city on your way leading up to Batman. And they said Batman in year 1, Batman in year 1 is going to be in the background of this show, kind of as the prequel to the movie.
Interesting.
Yeah, that show might already be out. I think it's on Fox. It's called Gotham.
No. No. That show.
Like crazy,
God, really?
I watched that.
I stopped watching that after like season 4. I couldn't do it anymore.
Sometimes you get invested and you just can't pull out.
That's. I won't say it. Let's just say
phrasing.
Phrasing. Yes. Let's just say after the season where they cloned Bruce Wayne and there was all that madness, I was like, I'm done. I was like, I can't do this anymore. But yeah, no, this looks fantastic. I mean, what more can we say besides that? This is.
And also the setup with like who is it, like Catwoman and Penguin.
I think it's
showing them like starting out.
Yeah, that's what I think is also cool, is that he was saying like all of these villains are just in the beginning of their stages, the beginning stages of becoming who they, are known in the comics as. Like these are all just like the Penguin's not even a mob boss yet. He's becoming that. Like the Riddler at this point is just a serial killer. He's not the Riddler yet. Catwoman's a petty thief. She's not the great crime burglar known as the Catwoman, So
I do not want any references to the Joker. I don't want to have Joker in there at all.
I know.
Like,
I don't.
Well, didn't you see those guys in the clown makeup though?
But that looked to me like
I don't think those were
anarchy. Like
It's just like some like street gang or something.
And it definitely did look like that, but also looked like his street gang.
I mean, it could have been, but I'm kind of hoping it was kind of more something along the lines of like anarchies, acolytes, and that sort of thing. And because the joke, as much as I like the whole dynamic between Batman and Joker's just used too much in the Batman universe simply because he's an easy go-to.
He can come. I mean, they said this is going to be a trilogy again, so he can come back in another one. Yeah. So.
Oh well, then they'll probably tease something. Then.
Yeah. Don't need to put him in the first one. Let Batman have his other rogues gallery who are great villains.
He has like a whole lineup of like other villains that like can be used.
Yeah.
Calendar Man.
Yeah. Well, if we're gonna do the Long Halloween, then yeah.
Firefly.
They said that this wouldn't be Long Halloween, right?
No, it's not. No.
Yeah.
It definitely is a detective story, though, as you could tell from the beginning. And again, he said like this is only 25% of the movie that's in this trailer. Like that's all they got. That's all they got shot. So.
Oh yeah. In case you guys were interested, one of the YouTubers I watched, they deciphered that little code that he had in that opening shot from the first to the Batman like little postcard that he had.
Yeah, the riddle.
Yeah.
And what is it?
It says I forgot like the first part, but it says what does a lying man do when he dies or something like that. And like the little code he had pretty much just states he lies still. So pretty much it's like a double thing, like like his lies still continue, but he's also dead person lying still.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Creepy. I like it.
Gio, any more thoughts? I know you've been kind of quiet, so.
No. I'm
okay.
good. I know that Riddler's kind of a big, I guess, a driving point, or at least from what the little trailer that we saw, but it might have been just shot. I don't think we ever saw. I think some people are speculating that guy that was at the beginning was the Riddler.
Yeah, the guy who's taping up the guy.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that's Paul Dano. Paul Dano's a little tall.
Yeah.
And that guy did not seem Paul Dano's size, so.
Yeah. But my first thought initially was maybe like Hush when I first saw that.
Me too. Yeah, but then I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. And that's the kind of interesting. So if it's supposed to be kind of like a murder mystery type of deal, and we know it's the Riddler, sort of, then kind of where's the mystery at? So.
I'm just following him more as like that whole the greatest detective.
Yeah, he said.
I suppose, but then the story's got to be really written for us to know who the bad guy is and still be invested in him solving the mystery.
Did you get a chance to go back and watch the full panel yet, or no? You said no, huh? You can.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, no, it's worth searching out. I'm sure somebody's captured it on YouTube somewhere. It's but with Matt Reeves, he was talking about how it's not just this one murder. He said this movie is about him exploring several murders that are happening in the city and seeing how they're all connected in a certain way, even though they're not the same person. So that's the whole mystery of it. That's the unraveling of what the detective part is. He said he wants this, and we talked about in the chat, he wants this to be like a Chinatown type movie or a what was the other one he mentioned besides Taxi Driver?
French Connection.
French Connection, yeah. So he's going for that 70s aesthetic crime thriller. So I'm pumped. Everything that he talked about, and Matt Reeves seemed like a really, like in that interview, he seemed like he's a really big Batman fan. He I don't know, something gave off the vibe to me like this dude is like invested in this. He's not just somebody they hired to come make a good movie. He's somebody who wanted to make a Batman movie. So that's what excited me.
I know you guys. Yeah, I know you guys mentioned that it's not based off the Long Halloween, but honestly, it does feel like a lot of that first trailer, at least to me, felt like the Long Halloween, and the way he was explaining it about multiple murders.
Yeah,
that's literally what the Long Halloween is. And not just that, but also that card that Batman was reading. I'm pretty sure it was St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, really? Oh, it was, huh? Yeah, you're right. I think it was the St. Patrick's Day card.
Yeah, so I know you guys said that it isn't. I don't know if that's actually been stated or not in like.
It hasn't been stated. No, it was rumored. Yeah, that was a rumor last year that it was going to be based on the Long Halloween. Never.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does feel like the Long Halloween. If there's going to be multiple murders, it's a mystery. That's exactly what the Long Halloween was.
Well, there you go. We shall see. 2021, hopefully. Fingers crossed, right? They start shooting again. They start shooting in about a month, I think you said.
Oh, cool.
So
nice.
With
looking forward to it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's taken so long. They got to get all those measures in place.
I'm just surprised that they're gonna start shooting so soon as well. So that's good.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they're not shooting in the U.S. either. They're shooting in. I can't remember where he said. Prague? Did he say Prague?
Oh, yeah. Literally anywhere else is probably safer.
Somewhere in Europe. I can't remember. I think it's Prague. I don't know. I don't remember. I have to go back and watch it again.
I thought I heard Liverpool, but
Liverpool. You might be right. Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Just Liverpool and Prague are so just identical. Yeah.
I just can't get over the fact that that's Colin Farrell, man. That's crazy. I would have never noticed it unless I read a review on it saying that's him. I was like, wow.
The makeup's really good.
Dude, but with prosthetics nowadays, it's
yeah.
I mean, why not? I mean, look at freaking Gary Oldman in what was that movie that I recently was in? Roosevelt? Was it Roosevelt?
Maybe. Yeah.
No, was it? Yeah, I think it was FDR. He played FDR.
I don't know.
No, I can't remember the name of it, dude. But prosthetics have just kind of come. They're really stepping into a new dimension, and you're just able to.
You can just
hide
transform.
Yeah, honestly, it's like it's an art form within itself, and you really could just change anybody to kind of look like somebody else with just simple prosthetics. It's pretty amazing.
Introducing fan questions.
Somebody who writes their name in very I don't know what it looks like Japanese. Anyways, how do you feel about the Riddler being the main villain, and have any of you read Batman Zero Year?
I mean, Riddler as a villain is cool, and I have not read Zero Year.
I think like what we mentioned earlier.
Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, it's called Year Zero, not Zero.
Now you're just insulting the commenters. We'll never get comments again at this point.
Year Zero. I read Year One. I haven't read Year Zero.
That's from Awesome Frank, by the way. Thank you, Frank. But yeah, I think if it's true that the Riddler is the main villain, then that's cool. But like Gio was alluding to, it might be he might be a smaller piece of a larger puzzle for a main villain who we don't even know about yet. So
yeah, and like we did touch on it a little, at least with Matt. It'll be nice to see someone else on the forefront instead of it being the Joker, like that everyone's always talking about. I think that would be like a new, refreshing take on it as well. So I'm excited for it, especially this.
No, it might be Zero Year.
Like completely different from the Riddler we had prior to this. So.
Yeah, Jim Carrey's awesome portrayal of Edward E. Nygma.
Right.
That was award-winning acting right there, and the best costume design.
It was.
Yeah.
Same with the Iceman.
All right, I think so.
Dr. Freeze, something.
Nice to meet you. All right, so we answered those two. Let's get into the Instagram ones here. All right, Captain Sloot says, Batfleck versus Deathstroke movie, how much do you want it? Chances of getting it?
Ooh, chances of getting it is pretty
0.
small. Yeah, but that would be a great movie.
Actually, I don't know about that, because I know...
or it'd be great fight scenes.
No, because they had Deathstroke.
They did the Stinger
at the
end of Justice League.
Yeah, Stinger, and I'm pretty sure he wanted to continue playing. I can't remember. I'm blanking on
Joe
his name
Manganiello.
right now.
Joe Manganiello.
Yeah,
he's so good. He looks so good. He looked perfect for the part.
Reset though, so.
Well, that's true. It
Maybe
could get reset, but that doesn't matter. They can't coexist in the same universe.
But like we were talking about with the Flash, it could just they could just say, look, it's DC multiverse now. This movie's gonna take place on Earth 1. This movie's gonna take place on Earth 2. And they could all be different.
Could.
But I mean,
with different Batmans.
Yeah.
But especially too, if they're saying that Flashpoint's going to be like Ben Affleck's send off as Batman, then we're probably not going to end up getting Deathstroke versus Batman.
And I know that. And I know that he said those movies, playing Batman, physically almost killed him, he said. So that's why he didn't want to come back.
Oh, well then definitely he's probably not going to... Could you imagine the physical toll that would take for some movie like that?
Yeah.
He'd have to be a younger man.
Yeah, Ben's almost 50 now? Is he almost 50 now?
Yeah, almost. Yeah, I think he is.
Oh, man, 50's man. You can still do stuff at 50.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, but he said he couldn't.
So we got.
I think he just didn't want to.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe CrossFit wasn't the right training to be Batman. I don't know.
So this question we didn't actually talk about. Do any of you guys watch Titans, the show?
No.
Ooh.
Not really, no.
I don't think this panel's suited for this question, but all right. Sorry, Jay Torres. He said, "What version of Scarecrow do you guys want for Titans season 3?" Yeah, I don't think any of us watch it. There's only one person maybe two on our team that watches it, and they weren't able to be here today. So, yeah. Sorry, my dude.
We could save that one till maybe.
I will tell you. I will tell you. Going back to what I recommended, though, Scarecrow is one of the main villains in season 1 of Harley Quinn, so you should go watch that. It's a very cool version, actually. Quincy Jones says, "Is the Batman trailer as great as everyone says it is? Is Pattinson a good pick as Batman, or better suited as Nightwing?"
I don't think as Nightwing is it as good as everyone's saying. I think the trailer is. We'll still have to wait to see how he actually brings the character out in the movie, but it looks good.
I think for me, his Batman looked good. I'm not convinced on his Bruce Wayne yet, maybe. I think I need to see a little bit more of that. I know we're in year 2, but his Bruce Wayne might be... I don't know. I still have questions about that.
Yeah, I don't think we really saw much of it. So
yeah.
We just him in that courtroom, wherever it was.
Yeah.
That was it. That was a shot. So
you know what's funny is that we were talking about before when we were talking about this trailer is that the bias people have towards Pattinson just from his previous works, and it's funny because one of our friends, Matt, Jay, me and him were talking about the other day on my stream, and he couldn't go over the fact that he's keeping the long hair, and I'm like, dude, it's just a costume choice. Like, it has nothing to do with Pattinson. Like, it's so funny that like people just have the ingrained bias of like they see certain aspects about Pattinson and they're like, Twilight. Like,
it's true, and I definitely had those biases too. I was like, nobody wants this. Why are we doing this? And then the trailer came out, and I was like,
right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, and I think we brought this up in the past more than a few times too. People were saying the same thing about Heath Ledger with the Joker until we got that trailer. True. So, yeah, that just.
Brokeback Mountain, that guy.
As long as Batman doesn't sparkle, I think he'll be fine.
Could you imagine? Oh my gosh, he's in like the club or something, and they'd like shine a light on him, and he just like he's all sweaty and glowing.
Yeah, it's gonna be the black eyeliner mixed with the sweat that's gonna make him sparkle.
Right? I actually like the choice that they made with it looks like some sort of like black.
I love that.
Like, I don't know what it looks like, coal or something.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
It's just blackout makeup that puts around his eyes.
I love that choice because it's literally every Batman has that. No, every Batman has that under the cowl, but they never show it. Like when they take out the mask, like, oh no, there wasn't anything there. Like, no, there was, but you just don't show it. This is actually like, dude, it's real. Like, it's literally real. Like, this is what it would be like every time you took off the mask.
Yeah, he totally, rubs the ash of his parents under his eyes every time he gets out.
Oh, dude, could you imagine how sick that would be?
Yeah!
I mean,
my God.
Yeah, that's the darkness I know.
Metal.
There we go, copyright. You guys heard it here first. We pitched it.
Mixes it in his foundation.
Well, it's already been rumored that his chest piece is the gun that killed his parents, right?
Yeah, if you zoom in, you can see that it looks like the handles of the gun.
Yeah, the pistol grip.
So there you go. All right. Thank you, everybody, for your fan questions. We all answered almost every one of them. Send them in next time. We'll put another post on before the next show, and we'll get more in on then. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for your.
Now it's time for the picks of the week. I don't have the original track. Hope this works, and if it don't, then I don't know what to do. Sorry, it's picks of the week time.
All right. Well, I think that's gonna do it for the DC Fandome. Did you guys bring anything to share for what you're doing or watching or playing during quarantine from our little break we had there?
Prepared as always.
Yeah, I mean, I shared one of my. I guess I got mine out of the way as eventually when we just kind of talked about it. But yeah, mine was Harley Quinn. I mean, I think it's a fantastic show. It's on HBO Max. They put it there. I didn't know. I just noticed it one day when I was browsing. I was like, "What? This is here now?" And I just kind of binged it in a week. And it's one of my favorite shows of the year. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the humor. Obviously, super adult humor. So know that going in. It's definitely rated MA. I didn't think I'd like Kelly, what's her name, Quaco, whatever, from Big Bang Theory as much as I did. She grew on me as the series went. And, Harley and Ivy just make that series. Their duo, their dynamic between each other. They bring a lot of obscure, we were talking Suicide Squad, if you like a lot of obscure villains. Kite Man and Condiment King are in the show. So... Yeah. And they feature prominently, so yes, take that for what it may be, but I won't spoil it. Darkseid shows up at some point randomly. I mean, so many random characters. The fairy tale queen shows up.
Oh, she's my fave.
Oh, I can't. It's so good, guys. I highly recommend it. Lots of twists and turns. Stuff that you couldn't do in a regular animated DC show. So they took the reins off for this one. Seek it out. Who wants to go next?
Well, I mean, I don't have anything that worth mentioning that I've seen, but I do have a couple of shows that I need to watch. So one of them I mentioned a while ago in the chat was Lovecraft Country.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's something that I want to start watching. And also The Boys season 2.
That's coming up.
You guys ever watched The Boys?
Yeah, we'll talk about that once it ends.
Yeah, have you seen the first season yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So those are two things that I definitely want to watch.
Right on. Some nice little preview of things to come.
Okay.
Katie, now you had one in the barrel in the chamber there?
Yeah, actually one of the things that I watched a little while ago that I was pleasantly surprised with was Doom Patrol Season 2, also on
Really?
HBO
Okay, I'm going to have to
Max.
give it a shot. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, I liked it. I mean, I liked the first one, but the second one, it felt like better. Like, you got to see more of the storyline, the characters, got a little deeper. You got to see more of their backstories. You got to see more of why they're doing what they're doing. And just different sort of 3 separate plot lines that just sort of obviously they converge at the end. It seems like they left it pretty open where the season ended, where they ended it sort of on a cliffhanger. So I have to sort of wait to see how everything pans out in the next season. But it kept me interested for the whole time, and I was like, okay, when's next week coming out? I don't know, I just really liked it.
That's cool.
So, Doom Patrol.
That's cool. And it's it was
adult humor.
Right.
They say they F-bomb a lot, basically.
The only thing I've seen from that show is, I think it was from season 1. It was just one little mini scene. It was a scene, I don't know even who the character is, but they made everybody orgasm at once.
Yeah, they have a really adult episode every now and then.
I was like, wow, this show's wild.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to keep an open mind. You get some really wild ass shit that they go on. They don't, honestly, it's really, really wild. At one point, there's a ghost sex orgy, so just be prepared for that.
Okay, wow.
Okay.
Season 2 gets a little weird. Season 1 is pretty weird too.
Cool.
Not gonna lie, it's weird.
I'm all for the adult weird shows. That's great. All right. I'll put it on the docket.
Thanks for the warning.
Yeah. Gio, you got anything?
No. Nothing that hasn't already been mentioned. So.
Oh, okay.
No movies, shows, or games.
No, I've been playing a lot of Fall Guys.
That hit off really well.
Wow.
Yeah. I just downloaded that and I haven't played it yet, so I need to get on that.
It's fun. It's addicting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been playing a lot of that, trying to win me some crowns. And other than that, no, that's basically what I've been playing is Fall Guys. Yeah. It's good times.
You Fall Guys
it's a
addict.
good party game too. Get a group of 4 people, you get a group of 3 others and just have a blast.
Now, Gio, are you the type of person that goes out and holds people away because that's
no,
frowned upon,
I'm
sir.
the guy who goes and holds that person and eliminates them for being assholes.
Oh, wow.
And then let everyone else through.
Oh, so you seek out the guy who's doing the holding and you go and hold him. Got it.
Oh, yeah. I seek out the griefer who's out there trying to eliminate people.
Good to know. Good to know there's a Batman out there that's playing Fall Guys for everybody.
Right. And playing
doing the Lord's work.
Yeah. A vigilante bean person. That's fantastic. All right, Matt, what about you?
Actually, I just wrapped up Control.
Oh, cool.
Kind of that. Yeah, Gio was saying that. I guess you or your girlfriend was recently playing that. Yeah, it's a trip of a game, man. It's really interesting. Level design is really nuts. Like, you'll be walking down a hallway and you'll suddenly, the hallway will kind of just start veering off to the side, and you think, so, you know, it's all the way it's constructed. It's really weird. It's really cool. And then it kind of got me interested in this new band that's in the game, and then I find out they've only got 3 songs in their entire credit, so I'm like, oh well. But yeah, Control.
I'm excited for that announcement. The AWE crossover, possible crossover.
Really? Although there's some cool stuff that I found out. So I was going through and reading a bunch of the different like files and stuff, and it explains what happens to Alan Wake in there.
What?
Yeah,
oh, that's nuts.
So,
so that's what
those
DLC
universes are all connected. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's the
They're
DLC
teasing a whole multiverse, huh?
Yeah. So there's the Foundation, which I think I need to download and play, and then there's another DLC coming.
Yeah, part 2. It's the AWE DLC. So that should connect it, hopefully.
Interesting. Okay. Cool.
And maybe even open up for a possible true sequel, because I don't know if American Nightmare can be considered a true sequel to Alan Wake, since it was a shorter version. Maybe.
I don't know what that one is. American Nightmare?
Yeah, Alan Wake's American Nightmare.
Okay.
All right. So it was a good time today, guys. Thanks again for joining me. I appreciate it. Having this nice little DC nerd out. The next time,
it was a lot.
Next time we'll be back. We'll wait till there's a few shows that are going to be dropping, specifically The Boys, which Jeff talked about. Now, that's it's on Amazon. They just dumped that, right? That's not weekly, so we can just
I think they should. They dumped the whole thing.
Okay, so
no, it's going to be first 3 episodes.
Oh no, okay.
3 episodes, and then release them weekly.
Oh wow. Okay.
Why would they do that?
We'll have to wait then. Okay.
That's how they get you.
That's how I think everybody's.
You want to be a Prime member, you better subscribe.
I think everybody's going to start doing that again.
But being a Prime member, just all your orders, it pays for itself anyway. So the shows
Prime's
and the
movies
is just kind of like a bonus.
Now.
That's true. Yeah.
All right, so we got a few things coming up. Theaters are opening up here again, September 3rd, Labor Day. So we're gonna have Tenet come out. Maybe somebody will be able to see that, and we'll do a review on it.
I'll be doing it. I'll be there.
Okay.
New
Mutants is coming out. Mulan's coming out. So Bill and Ted. Yeah.
Yes.
So we got a lot of content coming up here at the end of August, beginning of September. So we'll be back probably second week of September with a big old review dump of all those things I just mentioned, plus whatever's in the news that's trending at that point. You can follow us on That Geek Show on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. You can follow me on Twitter, Erik D. Lucas, Matt at Matt Geek Show, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Gio at just his name, Jhovani Estrada. Jeff is somewhere. You haven't been with us for a while, but I think you're still on the interwebs at some point, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much on Instagram. I don't really have a Twitter.
JPez, I believe, right?
Yeah, JPez07.
There you go. And then Katie is Miss Sister's cosplay up there. You can find her retweeting stuff all the time.
Yeah, I do the retweet.
Retweets.
Nothing interesting.
Just retweet cat videos.
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right. Until next time, stay geeky. Be safe. Wash your hands, wash your butt. We'll see you on the next one, guys.
Ugh.
Have a good one.